Welcome back, everyone,
Oh
to the
wait.
Minorities Report, episode 5, I believe it is. It's the fifth one we've
Yes.
done.
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing a very special one this week, as we mentioned at the end of the previous one, and what our special guest Ed Wanda suggested in the third one is we do a kind of AMA or AUA because there's two of us. Ask us
Anything.
anything, pretty much, asking us some questions.
Yep.
Some very thought-provoking questions we got corrupt. If you saw,
Oh my god. Apple
we got so
juice
many
or
thought-provoking
grape
ones.
juice?
Yeah, we'll get to that one later on. But uh, our buddy Hack asks, I have a question for the next episode. If the capital of Iceland is Reykjavik, and if it takes 13 hours to travel from Texas to Iceland, what are your favorite video games from the past 3 generations of consoles?
Ooh. I, I That's such a weird question.
The first the lead up has nothing to do with the actual question.
Like, what are your favorite video games? I did not expect this conversation. I did not expect that question to go in this
Yeah.
direction.
So the past 3. So I guess we're not counting current gen, which is PS5 and Xbox Series.
Yeah.
So past 3 would be Xbox One, PS4, Switch, Wii U, 360, PS2 and 3, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first because I thought about it. So
Alright.
I'd say from the Xbox line, Gears of War, Halo 3, Dark Souls 3. Pretty much that's all I could really think of for like the Xbox. And for PlayStation, Marvel Spider-Man, God of War, the most recent God of War, I should say.
Wait, Dad of War? Really?
Yeah, Dad of War. Yes, Dad of War.
God, you're such a fucking.
Um,
Journos would love you. Fucking soy boy.
I've played the other God of Wars, but I think the most recent one was actually like a really, really good
Good
game.
one? Alright.
And for Nintendo Switch, I would say Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey. For the Wii, um, Mario Kart, Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Galaxy.
Nigga, like,
For the Wii U, nothing because I didn't get a Wii U.
why are
I
all
would
the.
I would technically count Bayonetta 2, but I got that on the Switch.
I've never gotten a chance. I liked Bayonetta too. I liked Loki, even though, like, everybody hates him. So it's my turn, I guess, now, right?
Yes.
For the PS2, it's. My list will probably be shorter because I've only ever had a fucking PlayStation for the longest time until I got a Switch. So, for PlayStation 2, it's Digital Devil Saga, fucking Weave games. All of them are fucking Weave games. Digital Devil Saga, Nocturne, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, uh, fuck, I can't even think of anything else. Suikoden 4? No, Suikoden 5. And did I like Persona 3 enough? Not really. Um, I liked Persona 3, but not enough to call it one of my favorite games. Let's see. For the PlayStation 3, right? That's it? The PlayStation 3?
Yeah,
I don't
PlayStation 3.
I don't even remember what I played on the PlayStation 3. It's been like so goddamn long. It's been forever. What are the other options besides the PlayStation 3? Like PlayStation 4, right?
Yeah, PlayStation 4, and
Okay.
then Nintendo. It's I guess for you Switch.
Okay. For the PlayStation 4, it sucks. Like, I don't remember half of the games that I have for any of these systems. Cause I have a bunch of games and I don't remember playing any of them. Let's see. For the PlayStation 4, Digimon Wild Adventure. I don't remember. Dissidia. There we go. Dissidia and Digimon. Not Cyber Sleuth. What's the other one? Digimon it's something whatever. Anyway, it's a Digimon game. There we go. I can't remember which Digimon game it is. There you go.
Yeah,
But
I can only think of the Cyber Sleuth games, and I think it's like World Order or something.
World Order. There we go. New Order. There. Thank God. I can remember what it was called. Digimon New Order. There we go. Next Order. There we go. Next Order and
Digimon World Next Order.
Yeah, Digimon World Next Order. I love that game. I love the shit out of that game. Even though they screwed the virus type Digimons out of their Digivolutions, I still love the shit out of that game. Digimon World Next Order and what did I just name? And I think that's about it. Oh wait, no. What else was for the PS4? PlayStation, fucking Persona 5, right?
Yeah, Persona 5, yes.
And Persona 5. I love Persona 5. I love the shit out of that game. It's fun. It's interesting. I hate the first dungeon because it's long as fuck. But I love the hell out of that game. So yes, those would be my favorite games. I would tell I don't remember what my favorite games are for the PlayStation 3 because I don't remember playing. I don't even remember what I have for the PlayStation 3. I have way too many games and I can't remember half of what I played. So there you go. For Switch, let me see. For Switch, Pokemon Sword and Shield, I guess, only because that's literally the only game I've actively played on the Switch for very long. I don't have a lot of Switch games, and I had a crippling gacha addiction, so that's where a lot of my money went.
And spending everything on FGO.
Dude. Dude! You are not joking, bro. Dude.
Single-handedly funded the next one.
Dude, seriously. I was a whale, right, bro? I used to, spend so much money. It got to the point where, Nerd gets really angry whenever she knows that I'm playing a game, bro.
Yes, everyone gets really angry whenever you decide, hey, look, I'm going to go back into, Genshin or FGO.
Oh my god. I remember once I tried to convince you to convince you to be to let me play a gacha game. I was like, hey, do you think I should spend my money however I want to? And then you told me not to play a gacha game or some shit. I forgot what you said.
Yeah. You can spend it however you want, just not on gacha games. You're never gonna win. They're purposely designed to be constantly funneling all of your money out of your account.
Pretty much, never play gacha games. The whole thing is to pull a hero. For people who don't know what a gacha game is, basically they're these little
pull the best hero, essentially.
Yeah, mobile games, and each one has and they all have heroes, and heroes are units that you can collect, and you're supposed to pull the best one, but the problem is the odds of you getting one are so low that it's basically like gambling, and it just takes your money, and you can spend you can literally spend something like $600 and never get that hero.
Yeah, pretty much. Because the rolls on it are completely random.
Yeah.
You're not guaranteed.
Pretty much.
Which I don't particularly like with games like that.
Yeah, they're meant to separate you from your money, and I got addicted to it.
Yeah. Yep. So there's your question answered, Hack. So on to the tweets. Considering most of our friends asked a lot of questions, I'm not going to group them into here's that person's questions. I'm just going to read them off as listed here in the replies.
All right.
So first one from Jess says, "Would you rather than really?" That's it. That's the question.
What the hell
Or
does that?
questions.
What the hell does that
I
even
don't know.
mean?
Jess, give us some real fucking questions, okay?
You fucking
This is the
cheap
ki- this is
bastard.
this is the kind of shit I expect from someone who said they liked Birds of Prey.
He does. He actually did like Birds of Prey too.
Yeah, I got angry at him.
How could
'Cause
you
I said it was like below average. I
He's
mean,
like,
it's not as bad as Suicide Squad, but it's still not a good film.
he's like, I don't know, guys. I kind of like Suicide. I kind of
No, it's
like
pretty
Birds
good.
of Prey. Yeah, it was kind of good.
And I
Black
said, no, you're fucking dumb.
and Black Mask blew up in the end. It was kind of cool. Like, you're a fucking faggot and your tastes suck. There you go. Oh, also, wait, 1 second. I'm gonna go see. I realized where my PS3 games are. Hold on, 1 second. I'm gonna go answer the question. Give me 1 second. Okay, I could not find them after all.
They're probably where your Switch is.
I found my Switch.
Ah, thank God.
So it was in my.
Man, I'm gonna get Monster Hunter tomorrow.
All right, it was in my drawing bag. Like my drawing bag. What is this?
Drawing bag.
Like so. I have this, so when I leave, I have this bag where I can put my like drawing stuff in it, like what I do for art. And I had it in there for some reason, so I found it. All right.
And you realize, I can't draw this tree. I'm gonna go play fucking Pokemon.
Yes.
Fuck this tree. Stop moving. I can't draw you perfectly. Fuck it. I'm gonna go capture a Bulbasaur.
One time I got so frustrated trying to draw a face, I said fuck it and then started playing Pokemon. Alright.
Yeah, next, another 2 questions. This from Ghetto Machine, our friend Ghetto Machine. The first one he says is, what is the absolute worst book, movie, TV show you've both experienced? And I think we can both answer this at the same time. It both starts with a B, ends with an N. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Batwoman. Yeah, that was awful. Batwoman is...
And you can go first. I think because you've had to experience it more than me.
Batwoman is so terrible. Okay, to understand Batwoman, right? The problem with Batwoman is like multilateral. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, if that's the right word, but there's so many layers to it. On one hand, like most people would say, oh, it's all of the woke shit everywhere, and it is, but that's not just the problem. The problem with Batwoman, many problems with it, is that it's really hard to illustrate to someone just how bad the show is, because you can just say it sucks, and it does, but it sucks for so many reasons. Yes, the writing is really bad. It's really preachy, but the preachiness and the writing are so intertwined with each other that it's hard for me to say, oh, well, even if you put aside the woke shit, it's still horrible, because the woke shit is kind of core to the identity of the show. Like, it's, for example, Ruby Rose, right? When Ruby Rose was on it, in the first season, out of nowhere, she would just be like, I'm gay and proud. It's just out of nowhere. And
there was literally an episode about that.
Yeah, it's so it's so weird.
Just to set up her making a gay bar.
Yeah, it was so weird because it's just unprompted. But okay, let's try and separate the woke shit from the writing and just look at the writing. Okay, so
writing is god awful,
and a lot of it's based on things that are contrived, right? So, for example, let's take Alice. Alice is the villain. Also, Chris, I'm gonna give you a spoiler. Alice is only Alice is only evil because she was hypnotized by somebody named Enigma into being evil.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Enigma, is that Riddler?
No, it's. I think it's a reference to Riddler, but no, but it's not. It's
Oh,
like some
thank
shit.
God! If they, because I know they already referenced
Yeah,
Riddler, but if they
they
had
do.
that Riddler was the one that turned her evil, oh God! So
Like
she's evil because she was hypnotized. That's so fucking dumb.
because her and the Wonderland theme she used to do, like the
Yeah,
fantasy, that was also implanted in her by the hypnosis.
that contradicts season one of her origin. That it was the fucking
Little like
the
it
face
was Mouse.
guy
Yeah, it was
rat
Mouse. Yeah.
and Mouse. Yeah, like Mouse giving her the Alice in Wonderland book.
Like all of these things were kind of implanted in her by Enigma, who works for Sophia. Okay, so the problem, like a lot of it's built, like I said, a lot of it's built on like contrived, like a lot of shit that's contrived, like, and a lot of really weird instances where things are connected to each other. So, for example, Alice the villain is connected to is of course the sister of Kate Kane, who's like the first season's Batwoman. When Ruby Rose left, they needed a replacement for her, and they replaced her with Javisa Leslie, who is the new Batwoman
Ryan
now.
Wilder.
Right, thank you, Ryan Wilder. And she is, and her mother was killed by Alice's gang. And so she hates Alice. And Alice is sort of like this nexus of stupid because everyone in the show is connected to her in some way. For example,
I would say in season two, everyone is connected to Ryan for
oh
no
yeah, that's
reason at all.
true. Oh yeah, that's actually
Ryan,
true.
Ryan, Ryan finds the bat suit,
Yeah,
becomes the new Batwoman. Uh, Alice's gang killed her adopted mother, so
yeah,
she has a vendetta against Alice. Um, Ryan was saved by Kate
yeah.
as Batwoman. Um, Fucking Sophie knows her of all people
Oh right,
because
yeah.
of her record, despite the fact that Sophie works in a essentially a private
Private.
militia.
Yeah, she's a part of a private militia. The Crows aren't the Gotham PD. They're
Yeah,
completely
the
separate.
Crows are not cops. They aren't the standard cops of at Gotham. But like, Sophie knows her because of like all of Ryan's arrests.
Like,
Everyone knows her. Ryan is connected to everyone. Literally, a new character that we know hardly about. Like in the first episode, like the first 1 to 2, maybe 3 episodes, she is connected to almost literally every character, and it is so contrived.
she's and she has like, and when you first and the fact the problem, it's hard for me to describe the show. Like, so that's one problem is like that everything is sort of connected to it together, and then you have the fact that a lot of the show is just boring. Like it suffers from the what is it like feelings in hallways thing, where you'll have very little action and two characters will just talk to each other about and
To be fair, that's not really Batwoman's problem. That's the CW's
yeah, that's what
problem.
I meant. Like that's what I
They do
meant.
that in every one of their series.
That's
We
what
have
I
to,
meant. That's what I meant by like it has the. That's why I said it has the CW
you
like
have to have two
feelings in
characters just
hallway,
whisper, even though they. Yeah.
and it's just for. And I get that like lots of shows have two characters just talking, but for a superheroic show, a show about superheroes, you would expect a bit more something a bit more dynamic and action oriented. You know, like but instead you just get people just talking about just inane shit for seemingly hours with very little action interspliced like sprinkled in. A third issue that I have with this show, and this is a distinctly Batwoman issue, is that again, it's hard to separate, to just judge this show on its own and separate the woke elements from it and be like, yeah, I don't, and to judge it on its own, because a lot of the woke shit is just married to it. Like, for example, Ruby Rose is being gay, and then you had Ryan Wilder. So what happens is Ryan Wilder gets the bat suit from Kate Kane's exploded plane, right? Like the plane she was on explodes and the bat suit just it's just on the ground intact for some random reason. Ryan Wilder finds it, she puts it on, and she's going to use it to go get her revenge on Alice. So these two, Lucius Fox's son and Mary, I think that's the chick. They track down Ryan Wilder. Luke and Mary. They track down Ryan Wilder, and she tells them that she deserves the suit because, she's a black woman who's the daughter of a black woman, and she just starts rattling off a bunch of numbers and shit, and it's so fucking stupid. There are lots of black people. That doesn't mean you deserve the suit because you're black. I'm black. That doesn't mean I should be Batwoman. That's fucking stupid. And it's stuff like that where you have the writing is done, the writing takes a back seat to whatever virtue signal they want to do that day. And it's very much entrenched in these weird internet politics. In season 1, the father of Kate Kane says something like, "We're gonna make Gotham great again." What? And then he says "We're cleaning out the swamp." And it's just, and the idea is that they're references to Donald Trump because Orange Man is evil, and so it just comes so out of nowhere. Also, he calls Kate Kane, a Batwoman, a social justice warrior, and it's so stupid and jarring. And when you hear it, it's just. But this is the writing, though. It's not like. It's not one instance where someone was anti-gay and there's an episode about being about homophobia. It's these weird political statements just inserted into the show, and they're just repeated without any real prompt or provocation. They're just kind of there to state the audience, the writer's political opinions. And it's so stupid, and it's just, I can't, and it's so hard to engage with this show in any sort of intellectual and meaningful way. What's another issue I have with the show? And again, and the writing itself, the dialogue, it's so clumsy and stupid, and the characters are so vapid and two-dimensional. And also, for some fucking reason, for a show that's as progressive as it is, there's barely anybody on it except white people. It's not even it's just, if you're going to be oh, we're progressive and diverse, for a show that's progressive and diverse, you have a shit ton of nothing but white people in it. But you're progressive and diverse, and we love all people, and what the fuck ever.
It's okay, they have one black and one Asian.
Oh, yeah,
now 2 blacks. They've upgraded.
That's basically us. We're on the show.
Yeah. Thank you, CW.
Exactly, for putting us on your show. I just have so many, I just have so much hate for this show. And at first it was oh, I love the cringe because I like cringy shit. But it changed from me liking cringe to me just being frustrated with it, because it'll have, for example, right? you'll have characters, you'll have like maybe one or two spots in the show that aren't as bad or in some case good. Like, what was the killer, the serial killer we both liked? Zaz,
Oh,
right? Victor Zaz.
Zaz, yeah.
Yeah,
He
Victor
was a fun
Zaz. Like, that was a good villain. And what was weird was that you could tell he wasn't written in the same way that the other characters are normally written. Usually, like in the show, a lot of the male characters are written in a very specific way. They are very dumb and like either evil and dumb or just dumb and dumb. And he was smart, he was sarcastic, he kept like he bested Batwoman in every confrontation they had, and he was like a very different character, but like every other time like every other male character is just either stupid and vapid or like not even like or just evil. And then you have characters that just and then you have a lot of plots. Like the plots are they're like they don't go anywhere. Like the plot with Sapphire, right? That was like some throwaway plot that happened in like 2 episodes, I think, in season 1. It comes out the only reason it came back up was because Ruby Rose left the show. Otherwise, it wouldn't have even come back. It would not have shown up again because the villain was supposed to be Hush, who is now gone from the show because Kate Kane isn't on the show anymore. And you can't have Hush as a villain without some connection to Bruce, but his connection to Bruce is severed. And Alice and Kate had this weird like friction with Alice, but Kate's gone, so now they have to make up some like hate rivalry with Ryan because her mom and dad were killed by like because her mother was killed by Alice's gang, but Alice isn't really evil anyway because she was hypnotized into being evil. Okay, that went on way too long. I'm so sorry, Chris.
That's fine. Yeah, essentially, Batwoman is the worst. Second question is which celebrities could you beat in a fight? Movie Bob.
Oh my god, is he a celebrity?
Technically. Yeah, I could take Movie Bob. Everyone could take Movie Bob in a fight.
Oh, remember when he said something like, what did he say? Like,
because he's big.
Yeah,
he's fat. No one could take him down.
Yeah, no one can take him down. I'm like, bro, you are so unhealthy, not to mention morbidly obese, that I could like push you over and you wouldn't be able to get up.
Oh, that's the problem lies in you'd have to get Bob to
Exactly. I mean, I guess I could
go out.
Exactly. That's true. He never leaves his fucking house.
He ain't leaving his house.
Did you see that? Like, did you see that mound of food he had, where he was just like, it was like, what was it, like 5 meals from McDonald's, and he said something like, "This is a light snack."
Oh, jeez.
It was like it was basically it was 4 large fries, large chicken nuggets, and I think 4 burgers, 4 Big Macs or so. They were either 4 Big Macs or 4 like double quarter pounders. Could you eat that, Chris? Would that be a light snack for you?
I would stop after the second burger. I'd just have the chips, maybe some of the nuggets, and at least 2 burgers, but that's it.
Like the second burger, you're like, oh, that's too much food.
The second burger, I'm like, I'm done. Even then, I probably just won't have the second burger if I have chicken nuggets as well.
Yeah, because I mean that's like the meal in and of itself, right?
Yeah. So yes, I could take on Movie Bob. What about you? Same
I want to say Danny DeVito, but then I actually like Danny DeVito. You know.
People like Danny DeVito. Why would anyone want to fight him?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I couldn't
He's the
seem.
trash man.
He's a trash man, and I came in and I just started shooting. Like, I like Danny DeVito too. You know what? No, I love Danny DeVito. I don't want to fight him. Movie Bob. You know what? Yeah, Movie Bob. Yeah.
Yeah, technically he's an e-celeb, so technically a celebrity.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
we could take him on
yeah, he's like a Z-list e-celeb, but yeah, we could find him. Bro, did you see what?
with my Australian survival skills and your ghetto skills. We could
Course,
defeat him.
of course, the powers of black crime and Asian Australia. There we go. Also, oh yeah, did you see what he said earlier when he was just like when he said what he said
I
about
did see.
like
I did see that tweet.
how
Yeah.
white poor people are unneeded, and I'm like, I just hope a meteor falls on you. I hate you so much, God. I hate him as a person. And then I was just like, and then I told him to go back. I told him to go back to creeping on women, and then Nerd was like, "No."
Oh.
She just said no out of nowhere.
Oh. And speaking of nerd, our third question is from her. If there are people who believe they are animals and dress up as said animals in colorful mascot suits, do you think there exist people out there that believe they are plants? Yes. Vegans.
Vegans. Yeah.
I mean, to quote philosophical talker Joker, we live in a society.
We do.
You know, anything's possible.
Also, the guy who plays one of the Flashes, the black dude who plays one of the Flashes from the CW, he identifies as Tree and Tree Self now.
Does he?
Yes.
The one who plays Wally?
Yeah, he identifies as Tree and Tree Self. It's a neo pronoun, as they say.
Keenan Lonsdale. Keenan. Oh, he's an Aussie? That's unfortunate.
He's one of you.
It's one of me. I can't blame the Americans on this.
Like, it is a neo pronoun. As you know. What's up? Go ahead.
Oh no, it says he describes as queer, does not self-identify with a specific sexual label. I don't want to go by he anymore. I just want to go by tree.
I want to say
when you have so much time on your hands.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this are people who have a lot of time on their hands and have nothing really better to do. So they can
haven't used their brains in a while.
Exactly, they can engage with these ideas that are absolutely retarded.
Yeah. Speaking of retarded, our next question from Jess.
Wait. wait. Before we get to that, let me tell you something funny. So, speaking of neo-pronouns, someone said in a tweet that they're fine with people identifying as attack helicopters so long as they're sincere about it. And I'm like, what?
The whole point of it is it's a joke. It's to make fun.
And you want...
Of, like, ridiculous pronouns.
Seriously. Like, I mean, fucking, you really attack helicopter? You really want to associate with some nigga who goes, my identify as an attack helicopter. My pronouns are hell and copter.
My pronouns are... But Jess's question, okay, top or bottom, who is who? Well, I'm half white, so I'm automatically the top.
Wait, I'm a power...
supremacy.
I'm a power
White
bottom.
power.
You know what? Fuck you. I'm a power bottom. There you
go. And then on to Nerd again, with hard-hitting questions. Okay, so what if there's a Prison Gladiator battle series and the next fight is Subway Jared versus Bill Cosby? You are given the chance to rig... You are given the chance to rig the fight by giving one of them a gun with one bullet. Who would you give the gun to?
Probably Bill Cosby. I mean, he's
trick question. I would kill him to perfectly line up their heads. to the one bullet. Take them both out.
That's true. Oh, you know what I would do? I would rig the gun so that it explodes after it's fired. I don't even know how you would do that, but I just kind of want to get rid of both of them. I mean,
So so you give it to you give it to Cosby. He kills Jared, but then the gun blows up and kills Cosby as well.
exactly. I mean, like,
Two birds with one stone.
exactly. First you take out the pedophile, then you take out the rapist.
Uh, Jess again asking if a virgin loses virginity but no one is around to witness it, is he still a virgin?
Oh, well, that
No,
was.
because they would go on any social media and fucking proudly announce that they just had sex.
Well, that explains how Jess keeps his virginity, I guess. No one
Twitter
knows.
fucking 50 tweet thread, just being like, hell yeah,
I just got my.
just had sex.
Just had sex. My fucking penis exploded like a volcano inside that sweet, sweet pussy. Like, hell yeah, baby.
And
Fuck
fuck
the
Nerd and
shit out of
Jess.
her.
Someone other than Nerd and Jess. Yep, someone other than Nerd and Jess with a question. Skull Shogun asking, hot monster dudes or hot robot dudes?
I like.
Well, I'm not into dudes, so I can't answer this one. So corrupt.
This is a toughie because like hot monster dudes can
Well,
be really hot, but I mean, I will ask Chris. I will ask Chris a question then. All right,
okay, yeah.
hot monster girls or hot robot girls?
Oh fuck.
See, that's where I
Uh,
was.
shit. That's the problem. They're both good. I've seen some.
Exactly.
I've seen some pretty sweet hentai of both. So it's a toughie. I've watched Monster Monsume, so it's a toughie.
See,
I
like,
don't know.
see
It's a tough question. Yeah,
that
girls or
is
dudes would be a tough question.
that is a tough question. That's why I couldn't answer it. I'm like, I don't.
Thought provoking. Send it. I'm gonna make a time machine and go back in time and ask Socrates this. Hey Socrates, hot monster dudes or hot robot dudes? Which one?
See,
Okay.
exactly.
It's real. It's a real thinker, isn't it, Socrates? What about you, Plato?
It really is. You know, I'm gonna go with hot monster dudes.
Okay.
It's kind of like because I've seen a lot of hot monster dudes.
Plus, they're organic.
Yes,
You know,
I like the. There's more
hot
cushion for the
robot
push.
dude's not gonna accidentally, you know, blow your load on a hot robot dude. Fucking short circuits blows up on you.
Exactly. He might have like a blender for a dick. Fucking then where would you be?
And we got Smaxo with, what is your name? What is your quest? What is the terminal velocity of an unladen swallow? And my answer to that would be another question: African or European? See,
Europeans.
haha. I know that reference, Maxo. You're not going to catch me off guard.
Chris knows, so I'm just gonna pretend I do too.
It's Monty Python. It's a Monty Python reference.
Oh, I remember that.
Holy Grail, you know.
I remember that.
Right towards the end, and the bridge keeper asks them, like, asks that question, like right at the end to
Oh,
Arthur,
I
but because
remember that.
Arthur already met two people that were arguing like European or African, so he's just like, "What do you mean? Like an African or European swallow?" And the bridge keeper's like, "I don't know." And then the bridge keeper gets thrown off the bridge.
Oh, I remember that. Actually, yeah, I remember that scene. All right, is that it? Is that all of them?
No, we still got a few more. Ah, the one you mentioned like right before from Soul, apple juice or orange juice.
Hmm.
I'm going to say I haven't had either in years, but I would say orange juice.
That like, see now this is a thought-provoking question. Huh.
Orange juice. Apple juice, fuck off.
Orange juice is
I'll have
good.
apples as just apples.
Apple juice is good, but I don't know.
For you, it's a thought provoker. For me, it's just like orange juice.
That's because
I will
you're.
take that. Okay.
That's because you're a fucking uncultured Australian. So, uh, hmm. Apple juice is sweeter. I'll go with apple juice.
Oh, yeah, we're divided on that one.
Yeah, this
Uh,
you have the,
and we're back again with Jess with grape soda or Vegemite. I haven't had grape soda. Um, I know this is going to shock people, but I'm probably the only Australian that doesn't like Vegemite. I used to when I was younger. I don't like it anymore. But I would have to pick Vegemite.
I've never had Vegemite as I am not Australian, so I'll go with grape soda, even though I hate grape soda.
And then we have Chad with what are y'all's perspectives on alternative slash goth fashion and the subcultures involved with it? Well, first of all, I I totally dig goth fashion, especially on big titty women. So
Big
I'm a okay with it.
big titty
Same with
goth
alternative.
girls.
I'm okay with it. I feel like those two are kind of getting co-opted by blue check marks,
Yeah, they
unfortunately.
are. Yeah.
But when they're used by the right people, mwah, perfect.
Remember when like the punk chick fucking punk. Remember when that chick burned all those Harry Potter books? The fucking punk chick. Dear, wait, have you seen that tweet?
I don't think so.
Oh my
I
god.
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this was because of the whole J.K. Rowling
Yeah,
trans.
exactly. Yeah, you have
Yeah,
got to see this. This is the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen. You have this chick who is burning a bunch of HP books, and then she goes, "I'm punk rock," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's really punk rock to burn like Harry Potter books in your dad's backyard. That's so punk rock."
yeah, very punk rock. I'm sure the leading English punk bands would definitely love you.
You were somebody to be feared, clearly.
Um, so, what are your thoughts on alternative goth and the subcultures?
Let's see. I like okay, so I very much like the aesthetic of I very much like the aesthetic. I mean, I'm admittedly very edgy, so like I would of course be attracted to that type of aesthetic. I mean, you can look at my avatar here. It's basically a blindfolded zombie with like a dagger in its eye. So, I mean, and you can look at my avatar, which is like a guy with like a face on his shoulder. So, I mean, like goth attire does like goth and alternative lifestyles like appeal to me on an aesthetic level. As far as the culture itself goes, I don't know much about it, largely because I've never really known anybody who's been goth. I only have a perspective I only have an outsider's perspective and a really simplistic I kind of like it cuz it looks cool outlook because I mean that's pretty much how I
Pretty
feel.
much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I don't know anybody
That's the
who's
same here.
goth. I don't know. I mean, I don't
I've,
know
on-
anybody who's
I've
goth.
only met pseudo goths, and and seen a hot alternative girl get on a bus a few times. That's it.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I don't know any of these people. I don't know anybody who's goth. The only person I know who's like goth-ish, like Chad. That's it.
Yep.
Eh,
And on to another question by Nerd. The last question from Nerd. What will happen first, Half-Life 3 or Yandere Simulator?
isn't Half-Life 3 out? I mean, not out, but
No,
isn't
it's
it
not.
supposed to get? Wasn't it announced or something?
Yeah, that's it. It's announced years ago as Episode 3, as Half-Life 2 Episode 3, and then they decided, well, it's going to be Half-Life 3 now, and there's nothing from it.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought there was good. There was a good sign of it coming out when they announced Half-Life Alex.
I feel like because of the ending of Half-Life Alex, they probably had to go back and be like, yeah, we're going to have to change some stuff.
What was the ending?
So, spoilers for Half-Life Alex, the ending of it changes the ending of Episode 2. So in Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Eli gets killed by the advisors, I think they're called. Eli gets killed, and the last scene is Alex mourning his death. But in Half-Life Alex, which is a prequel to Half-Life 2, she meets the G-Man, and G-Man's just like, I can offer you a chance to change something that happens in the future, and you see that death, and she changes it. So Eli doesn't die, but then Alex disappears. Like, it just disappears, and then Eli gives Gordon Freeman his crowbar. It's just like, he's like, I know what happened. He must have done it because Eli knows about G-Man. Now we gotta go find her.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm gonna be controversial here.
what's that?
I'm gonna say what will happen first is Yandere Simulator, because of what we've got so far. Half-Life 3 has nothing. Aside of just, we know it's called Half-Life 3 now, and some concept art, like 2 to 4 pictures of concept art. That's it. Yandere Simulator, we actually have a game. It's not good. It's not functional. It's taken its damn time. But it's a product that actually exists.
Huh. You know what? Now that you say that, I think you swayed me.
I'm gonna say Yandere Simulator.
Now that you've kind of swayed me, because I was gonna say like Half-Life 3.
Yeah, we've got little to nothing of Half-Life 3. Like,
But we have an actual product with Hyundai. With Hyundai.
yeah, Yandere Sim, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Thinks McCub, who asks, rather be a Guyver or a Kamen Rider? Well,
Ooh,
considering how
I like this.
I mean, I like both of them. I really liked both of them.
So do I, actually.
I would say Kamen Rider. I'd rather be a Kamen Rider.
You know what? I'd rather be
Both have that baggage, but I feel like you'd have less with Kamen Rider, depending on which one you pick.
Yeah, being a Guyver is incredibly dangerous and painful. Being a Kamen Rider is fucking badass. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Guyver. Because like
Okay.
Guyvers are fucking cool, man. Like, I love Kamen Rider, like you know I do. I sent you a standby loop of fucking Night Rogue. I'm sorry, not Night Rogue, but Rogue. Did you get the standby loop I sent you?
Yeah.
Like, that's how much I love Kamen Rider. I love the standby loops. And standbys are basically, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're the sound that plays when a Kamen Rider activates their, I think, transformation sequence.
Yes.
And my favorite standby loop is Bloodstark's right before he reaches his final form. You know, where he does where it's like the really fucked up version of Ode to Joy.
Yeah.
That's my favorite standby loop for like of any Kamen Rider series I've seen so far. And I was in love with Hirobi's because it was really simple, but it sounded cool. It just went poison.
Yeah. So I'd be a Kamen Rider, you would be a Guyver.
We would have to fight to the death. But like the reason I guess I like Guyver so much is that I like how organic the Guyvers are in nature. I like their design, I like their aesthetic, I like the sort of fusing with the sort of like transformation that comes with it. I just like everything about Guyvers. I think they're cool as shit, and I love the aesthetic. I love the like I said, I love the organic nature of it. Because I like bioweapons and shit. I love the idea of like a biological suit that you could transform into. That, and they just look badass.
We have this our second to last question from Clay's Comics and Games. Will you make a review of Clayman when it comes out? Yeah.
Sure.
Since you asked, yeah. Easy enough, yeah. I will.
Right. I will review it.
And then our last one. Yeah. Our last one from Mr. E. What are your scores on the impression scale?
Oh
Oh, that's
shit!
a
I sent
toughie.
you that, right? Hold on, let me see. I think I sent you
Oh
that.
yeah, we have a BuzzFeed quiz.
Also, yeah, like
The most reputable of quiz sources. Um,
also, Chris, check the tweet I just linked you that shows you the chick burning the Harry Potter books.
alright. Yeah, what a toughie.
She's such a badass rebel. Oh, she know. Let's see. All right, you know what?
But yes, we have the how privileged are you test. I've got it open anyway, so should I start it?
Yeah, you started. All right.
Okay, so check off all the statements that apply to you. I'm white.
All right.
Well, I'm half,
This is
so do I
true.
still check it?
No, I don't think so because you're only half white.
Okay. I have never been discriminated against because of my skin color.
I mean,
Actually, no, not really. I haven't had any real
let's,
race-related
let me see.
discriminations against me.
I've been called
I've
a coon.
I've never been the only person of my race in a room. Well, what do you think family is?
Let me see.
I have never been. Oh, I'm supposed to click it. Yeah, I have never been the only person in my room. Yep. I've never been discriminated. Yep. I've never been mocked for my accent. Well, it's just an Aussie accent, so
I'll be honest
I've
with
never.
you. I can't tell you have an accent. Like I didn't
I
even.
wa- I've because I've watched a lot of like American stuff. My accent, even stuff that I'd say would lean towards American, like
Oh,
American pronunciation of certain words.
oh,
Can't and can't.
yo, you know Smaxo. I thought Smaxo was black when I first met him because he doesn't sound Malaysian at all, man. He's like no accent. It's so weird.
Let's see. I have never been told I am attractive for my race. I've never been told I'm attractive. So
What? Yes, you have. Fucking. What about the girl on the live stream who kept trying to flirt with you?
I've never been a victim. I've never been a victim of violence because of my race. Yep.
Yeah.
I've been never called a racial slur.
All right. Click that one.
Actually, I think I have,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it was like full on racial slur.
Oh, what have you been called?
I had someone say to me, "Go back to a Vietnamese sweatshop."
Holy shit!
Exactly. I'm not clicking that one because I'm going to say that counts. I have never been told I sound white.
I've been told I
Well,
sound.
hello.
Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Jefferson. What a good evening we have.
I've been told. So okay, so I can. I guess I won't click on both of these because I have been told that I sound white and I have been called a racial slur before. So.
Okay, a stranger has never asked to touch my hair or asked if it is real. Yeah, because I don't go out of my way to have like out there hair.
Do you leave your house though? That's the question.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, only for work, really. Work and shopping. That's it. I am heterosexual. Hell yeah.
Who's never asked to touch my hair or asked if it's real? Okay, yeah, I'll click on
I
that.
have never lied about my sexuality. I haven't. I'm straight.
Oh, I had to. I did it once.
You had to.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Okay, so
Sororities is like we only accept straight dudes. And you're like,
so
fuck. I want to
let
get into this one.
let me tell you what happened about. Let me tell you. So this bitch. So okay. So like a long time ago, right? There was this bitch that I used to like flirt casually with, right? And obviously, I wanted to hit that. However, like she and I were both in like the same homeroom class. Some shit went down where I got changed out of her class, and but my stupid ass. What happened was I told her that I was bisexual. So she fucking told the other people in the class that I changed to that I was bisexual, and Then when somebody made like a gay joke at me, I was like, shit, this bitch told. So I fucking flirted with this frumpy looking fat bitch, and then I hooked up with her for like for a few weeks. And I said, hey, man, I just hit on
Totally
her
straight.
randomly,
Hell yeah.
and it was so nasty. I hit on her and shit, and I felt so disgusted because she was so nasty looking. Oh my god.
Uh, let's. I have never had to come out. Well, I'm straight, so no. I never doubt. I never doubted my parents' acceptance of my sexuality. I don't think they care. Never been called a fag. I've never been called a dyke. I've never been called a fairy or any other
Say,
derogatory slur. Blah blah blah. I've never tried to hide my sexuality. That's the same as I've never lied.
yeah, a lot of these are kind of like this redundant. They're the same question asked in phrased in a different way. Have I been called something derogatory for a homosexual? I guess I have. Okay, I guess I
I'm always
have.
comfortable with PDA with my partner. What's PDA?
What the hell does that even mean? With PDA? I don't know. We can just skip it, I guess.
PDA. I'm gonna find this out. PDA meaning. Oh, public display of affection. Well, yeah, it was when I had that one girlfriend, I was okay with, hugging, kissing, whatever in public.
Would you fuck her in public?
Oh no, I have standards. I'm a gentleman. I've never pretended to be just friends with my significant other. No,
No,
I've had a lot of women say they just want to be friends, but they weren't my significant other.
I've never
Been
been.
never ostracized by my religion. Well, I'm not religious. I've never been told I would burn in hell. Nope. I've been told that it's just a phase. Nope. I've never been violently threatened. Nope. I'm a man. Yes.
I guess being a
I feel,
man is a negative.
I, I feel comfortable in the gender I was born with. Yes. I still identify as the gender. Yep. I've never tried to change my gender. Yep. I've
Let me
never
see.
denied an opportunity. I've never been denied an opportunity because of my gender. That's true. Because of my age, yes.
Alright, let me see. Have I been
I make
denied? What?
I make more money than my professional counterparts of a different gender. No. Oh well.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say. Then technically yes, but that's because of age, not because of gender.
Alright, so that wouldn't be the same thing then.
Nah. I've never felt unsafe because of my gender. Oh, on Twitter, yes.
On Twitter, yes! Let me see.
I have never been catcalled.
I've had women say things. I've had like women say shit about me that is kind of catcalling, I guess.
I've never been. Yeah, never been. I've never been raped. I worked in a salaried job. Yeah.
I've never been sexually harassed or assaulted. I'm going. I have, but it was really nasty. It was a really unfortunate experience.
My parents pay some of the bills. Yes. My parents pay all of the bills. Yes. I don't rely. I do rely on public transportation. I buy new clothes at least once a month. Yeah, technically, yeah. I've never done taxes myself. Yeah. I don't know how to do taxes. Honestly, at this point, no one actually does their taxes. They give it to an actual professional to do them.
Yeah, like or they use TurboTax.
Yeah. I have never felt poor. Depends.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I want that game, but I don't have the money for it. Ow, ow, yeah. I'll just leave it. I've never had to worry about making rent. Yeah, because I still live with my family. I have never worked as a waiter, barista, bartender, or salesperson. Yeah, that's true. I've had an unpaid internship, yes. I've had multiple unpaid internships. I've only had one.
I
went to summer camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went to a private school. No. I graduated high school. Yes. Didn't go to an elite college. I graduated from college. Yeah. My parents paid at least some of my tuition. Fucking more like they paid all of it.
I had a car in high school.
Nope. I've never had a roommate. Always had cable.
Yeah.
No, not really. Some Sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't.
Yeah,
So I'll leave.
understandable.
I've traveled internationally. Yes, I travel internationally at least once a year. Not fucking now.
Yeah, I studied abroad. I've never done any of this shit.
Never skipped a meal to save money.
Well, yeah, I have. So,
I don't know what Sally Mae is. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. I
oh,
spent spring breaks abroad. No. I have frequent fire miles. No. My parents are heterosexual. Yes. My parents are
yes.
both alive and are still married. I do not have any physical disabilities. Well, I'm Asian, but not like hot Asian. Does that count? I'm not like ridiculous K-pop Asian looking. It's
Well,
the hot appearances. I'm
uh,
gonna say I do have a physical ability. Nah, I do not
I mean,
have any social
you're
disabilities.
Asian. You're
I
Asian,
have a
so
lot of
you
fucking
can't.
social disabilities.
What? What are your social disabilities?
I can't keep a conversation.
What? That's it.
That's it.
Are
That's
you
a
au-
disability.
Wait? Are you autistic?
Oh, is that what it means? Oh no, I don't have any.
Wait, are you autistic?
No,
Oh, I wasn't
I
sure.
do not have any, which means I don't have them.
Wait, you can.
I,
Wait, you can. Well, like, you can hold a conversation if the other person is talking.
yeah, but like trying to continue it. No, not really. It's not like us conversation.
Where I talk a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I have never been depressed. I wish. I have never considered suicide.
Hmm.
I've never attempted suicide. I have considered it, but I've never attempted it.
That got really dark really quickly.
I've never taken medication for my mental health. No. I can afford
See.
if when I need it. Yeah.
Yes, I
I've
may.
never been told I'm overweight or too skinny. I've never felt overweight or underweight or too skinny. I felt all of those.
I've never been shamed for my body type.
I consider myself to be physically attractive. I
Like, this is sure.
can I can afford a therapist.
Can you?
Yeah, technically, yeah. I don't know what their going prices are, but I'm gonna say yes. I've used prescription drugs recreationally. No, I've
No.
never had an addiction. I've never been shamed for my religion. I don't have one. Nope, nope. There's a place of worship for my religion in my town.
Let me
I
see.
well, I don't worship anything, so I've never lied about my ethnicity as self-defense. Yo, I may look Asian, but I'm not actually.
I've never lied about my.
All my jobs have been accommodating. Well, I don't have one, so I guess I don't. I'm not nervous in airport security lines. Well, I'm not Middle Eastern, so.
Exactly. So, like, you're not Switch.
Oof. I've never heard this statement. You've been randomly selected for. Yeah, I've never heard that. I've never been called a terrorist.
No.
Nobody has ever tried to save me from my religion. Well, I don't have one, so never been
Yeah.
cyber for any of my identities.
I'm
I mean,
cyberbullied.
being called negative a lot. Does that count?
He has been called negative, but those are
I'm gonna
his.
count. I'll count that.
You count that.
Hoo-hoo, I have different opinions. Suck it up, Buttercup.
I was not bullied as a child for any of my identities.
I have never tried to distance myself from any of my identities. What am I, fucking James McAvoy from Split? Really trying to distance my way from Patricia.
Legion. I am Legion.
Legion? More like, ew, go away. I don't want to be near you.
I've
I've never been self-conscious. I never questioned any of my identities. I feel privileged because of the identities I was born with.
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
Check my privilege. Ooh,
what's your privilege?
I got. You live with 75 out of 100 points of privilege. You are among the most privileged people in the world. We don't live in an ideal world, but you happen to be born in an ideal world. This is not a bad thing. Well, Twitter would disagree.
Yeah,
Nor is
exactly.
it something to be ashamed of. It just means a lot of other people in the world don't live life with the advantages you have, and that's something you should always be aware of. Fuck them, I don't care.
Okay, here we go. I have.
Hey,
What's
hey,
up?
the fact that you took the time and effort to check your privilege means that you're already trying. I'm not checking. Not really. I don't check my privilege. I
Not
don't
really.
ever
Yeah.
consider myself privileged.
Yeah. We're only doing this because somebody asked us a question. All right, you live. Let me see. You live with 55 out of 100 points of privilege. You're quite privileged. You've had a few struggles, but overall, your life has been easier than most. Not really. I've tried to commit suicide like 3 times. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is a really dark episode. Like, what are you
Also,
talking?
how is roughly halfway still considered privileged?
Seriously, what do I need? Like 2 points out of 100 or some shit?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like you need to be like at 1 out of 100 to be like not privileged.
No, is it
Fucking
like?
help.
But you should be aware of your advantages and work to help others. Work to help others do what? Like, again, I'm not even. I'm like barely like over half. The fuck are you talking about? You're privileged. You're a privileged. Like, not really. I don't think either of us are particularly privileged. Like, holy shit.
Nah.
I mean, we both had like. It's not exactly like we were born rich with like a lot of advantages. Like, holy shit. I put my shoes on the same as any other man. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's your answer, Mr. E. I'm at 75 out of 100 on the well, it's not even the oppression scale, so I'm not even really that oppressed. So I would be at like towards the bottom. I'm
Uh,
not that oppressed.
I'm
While Corrupt is in the middle. He may or may not be oppressed.
I'm kind of oppressed and kind of not oppressed.
Schrodinger's oppression.
Oh my god, I was gonna make that joke.
You until we take you out of the box, you are both oppressed and not oppressed.
Exactly. Am I oppressed or am I not oppressed? That's the question.
Yeah. But that is it for all the questions. Thank you everyone that asked us all these fantastic questions. Hopefully you got some answers out of these. Um, I think that's it. I think that's all we were going to do for the podcast. It was just an
Pretty
AUA.
much. Yeah. I thought people would ask us things about us as people. Like, I don't know.
Or kind of
Yeah.
guessed it with top or bottom or our opinions on alternative goth. Well, that isn't really about us, but the oppression scale that would technically be about us.
Yeah. Oh, we got a new person in the fucking Discord. We got another Asian.
Another one?
Yeah, we have 4 of you now.
Shit, that's three too many.
There can be only one.
Fuck.
He's half Japanese and half Brazilian.
That's actually that is legitimately an interesting mix. I haven't heard of that before.
He's what is his name? He's Big Devil. You should see him. He's Big Devil Space Ninja.
Oh yeah, I know him. I know him. Yes.
He's funny. I like him. He's just like,
Oh yeah, you already said yeah. Yeah, Ramon. Yeah.
yeah, Ramon.
That's still three, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Me, Smack, Ramon.
technically Nebel because Nebel is half Pacific Islander.
Ah.
Let's see. So,
Go full or go home.
oh, he asked us like he asked us like what's the I think he said something like what's the ethnicity of everybody here, and I was like we're all either gay or some random minority. We have like 2 straight people in the server that are white. That's like Tomba and Quill.
Jeez. You know that picture of like the army guy surrounded by people with like rainbow flags? That's them.
That's clear. Who is like the last straight white man on earth? Oh my god, that's fucking Quill. Who's there? But yeah, like I think we've done it. I think we did a pretty good job of answering everybody's questions.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't have any questions. Nigga really asked us apple juice or orange juice. Like, so, nigga, I'm gonna get
Hey,
you.
it's a question.
Fucking apple juice or orange. That's why I bully you, Soul. If you see this episode, that's why I bully you, nigga. Fucking apple juice or orange juice. You deserve to be bullied, bro. You deserve to be cyberbullied.
Jesus. Someone call a bully hunter. Quick.
Oh, they're
That's what it's all about.
Oh, they're redoing the bully hunter thing. Fucking Pokimane is going to be like,
Oh, are they?
yeah.
No.
Twitch wants to do their own version of bully hunters.
Oh yeah, because the first one worked so well.
Exactly. We gotta stop people from bullying other people on the internet. That's a no-no. Like, who cares? Oh my fucking god. Like, so
I mean,
what?
to paraphrase Tyler the Creator, just turn your computer off.
Seriously. Like, if you don't want to be bullied, just turn your fucking computer off. Like, holy shit.
And if you don't want to be cyberbullied, just turn your computer off. Or just don't listen to them.
Pretty much. If
Honestly, just ignore.
mute the thing.
Maybe the most basic of advice, just ignore them.
And if you're on Twitter,
You're just
mute
going to be
the thread.
shouting at a wall. You're going to be that meme of the black guy talking to a brick wall. That's literally it.
Exactly. Or if you're on Twitter, just ignore your notifications. That's it. You don't really have to do anything. Like, people get so stressed out over being cyberbullied. It's like, who fucking cares? Just turn off your fucking computer. Like, goddamn. Go for a walk. Or go to or just jerk off to porn. Like, that'll make you feel better.
Jesus. Yeah, but that's it for the episode. Oh wait, you wanted to outro. I'll let you outro.
Okay. Then thank you everyone for your questions. I'm Corrupt, and this is
Chris.
And this has been the Minorities Report. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a pleasant day. Let's see. We'll come up with some other topic for the next podcast. I'm sure.
Yes. Hopefully, we can probably talk about Ben 10 Kid.
You want
that I linked you.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. He got
dude was in the Ben 10 fit, and she didn't want to marry him.
She dumped him, didn't
fucking yeah, she rejected him. He proposed, and she said no.
Like, how you gonna?
E-boys posting their L's.
How you gonna reject a nigga dressed in Ben 10 swag, man? He had the drip and everything, bro.
As like the second best Ben 10 era.
Exactly.
And Alien Force Ultimate Alien era.
The best. He was like dressed as the best Ben 10. Come on, really.
And that's for next week. See everyone.
Later.